I always wondered if I could do that because, you always want to be that guy like, give him my kidney, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
It's fine.
I totally want to be that dude. He just steps up and just gives a stranger a kidney. Fucking take it. I don't give a shit. Fucking rip it out right now. Here, give me your scissors. I'll fucking do it.
I'll do it right now.
You just want to be that dude who just steps up.
Every story starts the same way. I'll just do a little bit till Sunday. And now I don't even know who I am.
Awesome. All right. Hi there. Happy Sunday. It's January the 5th, 2020.
There it is. It's official.
Talking at you as always from beautiful downtown Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, where a recent medical journal reports that 9 out of 10 doctors think that 1 out of 10 doctors is an idiot.
That seems about right.
9 out of 10 doctors agree that 10th doctor is stupid.
Did you know that even if every single doctor agreed with something, they still have to say 9 out of 10?
Yeah, well, of course.
They're actually not allowed to say all doctors agree.
Well, because you can't say that, because that's not even possible. You know what? I
think it is. Because I think if you were to go to every doctor and say, hey, yes, agree or disagree, you need oxygen, humans need oxygen to live. You are not going to find a doctor that's going to say no.
Well, you might.
But they would still say 9 out of 10.
Yeah. We have on staff here at the lovely on-site, what do they call it? Withdrawal management facility. Mm-hmm. We have a lovely Indian doctor, Dr. Sanji, I think, or Gupta. I don't know. Very common name. I forget what it is. But Indian, like from India, dots, not feathers. And I realized that I have this incredibly racist thing about me where when I get news from an Indian doctor, it seems smarter and more credible for some reason. And I just respect it more. I don't know why. Something about people from India, they seem smart. That I think they know shit.
See, that's really weird because any time that I've ever gone to a doctor and they're of East Indian descent, I find that I can say this for my own personal experience. I've never, ever had one that's gone anything more than just saying, oh, here, just take this, you'll be fine, and just send me out the door. They don't care to look into it. They don't care to look.
But were you fine? Were they right?
I don't know because, well, I'll say this. I went in there for my foot when my foot was broken, and I walked in the walk-in clinic. I'm like, look, I need something for the pain. He literally told me, he says, just put ice on it.
Yeah, well, walk-in clinics are different. They can't.
It's a broken foot.
Yeah, they're not equipped to deal with that stuff, though.
Yeah, but don't just tell me to put ice on it. He wouldn't even tell me to go see another doctor. He literally just said, just go put ice on it, you'll be fine.
Well, that's what you do. You can't cast a foot.
You don't put ice on it either.
Well,
when it's at a certain point. Not after a certain point, you do not.
That's the only way to get the swelling down.
It wasn't for the swelling. Swelling wasn't the problem.
Well, swelling's what causes the pain.
No, not always. That causes some of the pain. I had 3 broken bones on the bottom of my foot. It wasn't the fact that it was swollen wasn't the major issue. Because
they wouldn't be in the bottom of your foot. There's only bones in one part of your foot. Anyway, Indian doctors are cool. That's the point.
I disagree.
I like them. They seem smart and credible. I think it's just I'm 21 years in Vancouver now. I no longer trust white people.
I don't trust anybody. I trust my Asian doctor. There we go.
Oh yeah. Well, I've never had a lot of Asian doctors, but you got to think them too. Like they know shit. They're getting shit in their school that we don't get here.
Yeah.
White guys just always want to stick their finger in your ass. I don't know what that's about.
See, my Asian doctor does not do that. It's amazing.
No, I think it's a white doctor thing.
I loved how shocked you were about that. What? I knew it.
Well, it is. I know it's unnecessary for like cancer screening and stuff like that. For what I had, it wasn't. It was either like it was do it immediately because they didn't know if I was dying or not. But the other thing would be like to wait until I take a shit.
The only reason they have to stick a finger out is if you have what are those fucking things in your asshole? Huh?
Polyps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they was checking for.
Oh.
Because they had to rule out prostate cancer, right? Because if you're shitting blood and you're 41 years old, the first idea is prostate cancer.
Yeah, but that's the difference of having blood in your stool or just blood with your stool. There's the difference.
Yeah, no, mine was solid black, full of blood. Had been for 2 weeks. That's why I finally got weirded out. Well, as I started puking blood, and that's what I was like, okay, well, now that's probably bad.
Yeah, I don't think this is good anymore.
Because it wasn't like I was puking blood. Like you know how sometimes when you throw up real hard, you can scratch your throat and then you get a little bit of blood. This was like buckets.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, yeah, that's not probably healthy. I should get this massive stomach pain I've been dealing with checked out, I guess.
Probably.
I'm that guy. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be this guy because I'm this guy. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Say hi to Mike and all the kids over there at the Pit Lane Parlay and their IndyCar podcast. Yeah, I could be writing music for you guys soon. Not your podcast, but for NASCAR, and that's fucking cool. So this guy, I am this guy. I am the guy who is going to die from something very, very curable because I have all kinds of shitty pains and stupid things going on. I'm like, it's a shitty pain. It's a stupid thing. Whatever.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's just a thing. I'm going to die from something that they're just going to be like, oh, all he had to do was come in and take this one pill and he would have lived. I don't know why he didn't just do that.
I'm gonna kick the crap out of your corpse if you ever.
Oh yeah. No, that's why it's gonna be like you guys can all do that when I'm done. Everybody already knows that at my funeral, what's gonna happen rather than having a last will and testament is I'm gonna put my casket on a giant pinwheel, and everyone gets to come down and spin me once, and whatever I point to, that's what you get.
Fuck that! I want more than one.
It's gonna be a big like Wheel of Fortune type deal.
And for the record, though, while I'm doing that, I'll be playing a live by Pearl Jam.
And then no, absolutely not. That's the one rule. And then after I'm done, rather than cremate me or bury me or anything, you guys could just kick me into bits. That would be funny. Just fucking beat me into a big pink mist. It would be like make a pinata. That's what I'll do. I'll eat a bunch of candy before I die. You guys can make a living pinata out of me.
But you gotta swallow it with wrappers.
Yeah, well, of course. I'm not an animal.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
You guys could just fucking make a giant human pinata. It would be a little bit gross, but also kind of awesome. Because a bunch of candy will come flying out. It'll be wicked. Actually, I'll get the guy. What do they call the dude? The like embalmer guy.
The embalmer.
The guy who like dresses you up and puts the suit on you and does your makeup and shit.
It's called a mortician.
Mortician, sure. I'll get him to like just stuff me full of candy. Like just drain me out as much as he can and just literally jam me full of candy. It'll be hilarious. Make a real live pinata. That's a wicked idea. They might wait till my mom leaves because that'll probably bug the shit out of her. But definitely
that'll be the after party.
And then play a live. Then you have my permission to play alive. When you're all just smacking my corpse, I'm just hanging from a tree, and you're all just blindfolded and smacking me with sticks. Then you can play alive. It'll be awesome. Maybe probably don't let my daughter watch unless she wants to. Then it's cool.
No. She won't. No.
She loves candy. You never know.
Well, yeah, she might love candy, but yeah, no, I'm not. No, not in front of her.
You tell her that might be a way to win. Just be like, yeah, dude, your dad is full of candy. Seriously, you smack him with this stick, candy's coming out. She would be like, okay, fuck Michael. This dude rocks. He's literally full. I could just see her turning to her stepdad, just be like, he's literally full of candy. What do you do?
What have you done for me lately?
Done deal. You have to make this happen as my executor. You have to make sure I am full of candy.
I will do everything in my power.
I'm going to tell the doctor that. That is funny shit.
And I will also make sure that I put loose gummy worms in there just because I think that I would get a personal kick out of that.
Oh, yeah. That would be hilarious.
Yeah. They don't go in a package. Those ones go in loose just because that shit's funny to me.
And, yeah. But it has to be good candy. I don't want, like, jawbreakers or something stupid. I never understood the point of a jawbreaker. What the fuck is a here's a thing that tastes gross and you have to suck it all fucking day.
I like jawbreakers only because they only took me like maybe a minute and a half to get through.
I'll give you the ones with the gum or something in the middle that's worth getting to. That's cool.
No, those are the blasphemy ones. You don't.
But like the what's the sucker, the Tootsie Pop? That's cool. There's a thing in the middle. It's worth the fucking battle to get to it. But if it's just a jawbreaker and there's nothing, like you just, oh, good. Why would I want that? The name says it all. Here, do you want a jawbreaker? No, I like my jaw. I don't want anything that breaks it. That's a horrible selling tactic. Where was I? I don't remember what I was babbling about now. Oh, yeah. You can fill me with candy when I die. That's cool.
That's cool.
You know what I feel like? I was talking about this. I'm getting tired of the doctors going, oh, okay, you're in your 40s now, so that's a thing. You know, like, oh, hey, I got this back pain. Oh, yeah, you're 40 now. That just happens. I feel like that's not good medicine, and that needs to stop. I
agree.
I don't. In my mind, you can't square the circle that our body craps out by the time we're 50, but we're supposed to live till we're 90. That's bad math. I don't think. I think doctors need to start curing things and fixing problems, not just, oh, you're 40 now, so that's what happens. No, fuck you. Do your job.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with you. That's one major issue I've always had with a lot of doctors is the fact that seems to be how they look at a lot of shit. They literally just go, oh, well, that's just this.
Yeah, well, I don't like
just
to
leave
use
it at
the
that.
comparison,
Like, no.
but imagine if your mechanic said that. If you went to an auto mechanic and you said, hey, my carburetor is doing a funny thing, and they said, oh, yeah, your car's 40 now. That's what carburetors do. You go, well, then put a new fucking carburetor in it. I feel like that's what I would say. And then if he didn't, I would not pay him and I would leave and I would go to a better mechanic. I feel like that we should be doing that more often with doctors. Just be like, no, put in a new part or fucking you're fired. We've talked about this before, and I've said this before. A second opinion is your right, and not enough people do that. We take doctors at face value way too often. And we don't go, no, that sounds fucked. Go get me another doctor. And don't tell him what you told me. I want to see if he comes up with it on his own, the same as your bullshit.
Yeah.
We don't do that enough. And I think we should. We should take them to task. We pay for healthcare as much as people say we don't. We do. Now, granted, our healthcare kicks ass. I'm not going to join that bandwagon and complain about it. You don't like our healthcare? Go get sick in the States. And tell me how bad our healthcare is from now on. It's like when I bitch about transit. I have no right.
No. Our healthcare only has one downside, truly, and that is it's the wait time to get in for anything.
Oh, it's brutal.
That's it.
Absolutely brutal. But do I want that, or do I want $100,000 for every fucking sniffle? It's literally like it's tens of thousands of dollars in the States for like a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
I'll take the wait time if it's not something that's going to kill me.
Yeah, exactly.
Might not. Like, is there a better chance that I won't die if I wait, or is it like a good chance I'll die if I wait? Then I don't want to wait. And you can do that too. That's another thing. I told them at the hospital, I'm like, I don't want to wait. Make this faster. And then they did. Because they were like, it could be like 3 months. I'm like, that doesn't work for me. I'm bleeding on my inside, and I have a general rule about the shitting blood thing. I have a rule that if it's currently in my body and it's not poisoning me, then it's supposed to stay in my body. That's kind of my rule. That goes for like my appendix. That goes for anything they say they can take out. Oh, we could just take that out. My tonsils, my appendix. No, leave all that shit in there.
Yeah.
It's there.
If it's going to kill me, if it's in there and it's going to kill me, then yeah, please get rid of it.
First thing, it hit the bricks. But if it's something that I came with and it's not harming me in any way, then I think it's supposed to stay in there. That's my rule. I still have my tonsils. I still have my appendix. I got all that shit. I let the dentist take my wisdom teeth, and okay, fuck you very much. That's the last time I went to a dentist.
Yeah, well, most dentists can fuck off too, so
they can, right? And everybody falls for their shit. They're worse than Mr. Lube with their fucking 3,000 kilometer oil change. Dentists do the same selling practice as Mr. Lube. They go, okay, we'll see you in 6 months, and everyone goes, okay, yeah. There's no reason. It's only because he said so.
Yeah.
There's no other reason that you go every 6 months. Oh, for a cleaning. Yeah, don't you do that every day by yourself? What the fuck?
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
If you need that cleaning that badly every 6 months, then you're not doing it properly. It's that simple. You don't need to go to this guy and pay this guy to do that thing that you do at home with your fucking $1.29 toothbrush.
Or the one that they give you when you go for your visit.
The one they give you. Look, you're already giving me the tools you need to do your job. Why would I come back in 6 months?
Yep.
No, fuck you. I haven't been to one since I was 16. And my teeth are fine. They look all right. They're hard. I could still chew the top off a beer bottle if I have to.
My teeth, although still super strong and all, they were a mess when I finally went to the doctor. It had been at least 15 years. Don't know exactly how long since I've been to the dentist.
I'm on 16. 17. I was 16 years old.
It took 2 full days, 2 full visits to actually get my teeth back cleaned again.
Yeah, but by whose standards? Like,
oh, trust me, no, they were bad. Like,
but what is bad? I don't know. Like, cavemen didn't brush their teeth.
Cavemen also died by the time they were 30.
Probably not from bad teeth.
That probably didn't help. They probably.
We don't even know that, to be totally sure. That's just based on measurements and shit. And this is from the same people who said dinosaurs were lizards. I'm questioning caveman statistics now.
Just because they have feathers doesn't mean that they're not still part of the lizard family.
Yes, it does. That means they're birds. What feathered lizards are
different. It's a completely different species. That's in what's part of this one. They could still be part of the dominant.
Name me one feathered lizard. There's generally in science things are grouped according to a pretty specific standard, and I've never seen a lizard with feathers. Not any kind of lizard. So I'm thinking the dinosaurs were not lizards. Did I lose you?
No, I'm just trying to think.
You're trying to think of a feathered lizard. You can't. There isn't one.
Well, birds are considered reptiles.
No, they're not.
They actually are.
They are not. It's a completely different animal. Birds aren't reptiles. Where do you get what
I'm
school did you
reading
go?
a thing.
What
Reading a thing.
ornithologist studies reptiles?
Shut up and I'll tell you. I am on the ASU website under their Ask a Biologist a question. And the question is if birds evolved from dinosaurs, would that make them reptiles too? The very first statement is, yes, birds are reptiles, but let me explain a bit. Biologists use two types of classifications, the Linnean and the phylogenetic. A reptile is an animal that is...
Yeah, just to clarify, ladies and gentlemen, this is the very first thing that pops up on Google. This is not...
No, it wasn't the very first
Arizona
thing.
State... Yeah, it was. It was the Arizona State University Ask a Biology thing. On my Google, it's the very first thing.
I don't know.
A reptile is an animal that's ectothermic and has scales, and birds would not be reptiles.
But a reptile is any animal
like
descended from a group called reptiles. Both birds and mammals share ancestors, sometimes referred to as reptile-like animals.
So you could say by the same thing, you could say mammals are reptiles, using that classification.
Birds are a part of the group Diapsidia. Wow, I'm bad at pronouncing these things. Which also includes all other living reptiles.
All other living
reptiles. Turtles, tarantulas, and squawkabees, which is snakes and lizards.
But this is saying mammals are lizards. Or reptiles, sorry.
Yeah.
Birds are more closely related to reptiles than anything else. And this is true in a way, but there are many types of reptiles.
Yeah.
Birds are closely related to crocodiles 40 million years ago, 320 million years ago.
So in other words, is a bird a reptile? Yes, but let me explain.
In the same way that a mammal is a reptile.
Yeah, exactly.
So humans are reptiles in the same way birds are reptiles. So I'm going to go with no on that.
Well, I think humans are more closer because we get scabies, and that's basically scales. That's just the inner reptile coming out. This is the weirdest argument we've ever had.
All dinosaurs were killed except for a single group of feathered dinosaurs. So technically, according to the phylogenetic system, birds, reptiles, and mammals all share a reptile-like ancestor.
There we go. Which technically would make perfect sense coming from...
The phylogenetic system is useful only for understanding relationships between animals. The Linnean system is more useful for understanding how animals live. So...
But you know what I don't understand about that, though? Why is it that we don't have any biological linkage to fish, considering that's what they say we came from?
We do.
But
We do. Our tailbone is linked to if our skeleton is very similar to a whale. So whales are like the closest thing that before we came out of the water. Whales, seals, things like that. Their bone structure, the 5 fingers in their fin, they have basically 10 fingers that look like our fingers and feet bones in their fins. Their bone structure very similar to us. Organs and stuff because they're mammals, right? Whales are mammals.
Yeah.
Their organs are similar. Their bone structure is similar. We also have muscle memory from when we were fish. That's why when you are drowning, your heart slows, your body does all these weird things. That's muscle memory from when we were aquatic creatures.
Interesting. How about that?
If you look at a whale's skeleton, it'll tell you about that. This wasn't supposed to be a biological show, but it makes sense because I was going to talk about bleeding ulcers and how awesome they are. So they're just as awesome as dinosaur birds. I think the one thing I agree that I'm just glad that I think dinosaurs are cool. birds are not. I went all through Drumheller. I went through the museum, the Royal Tyrrell Museum. It was awesome. It's very breathtaking. It really makes you appreciate what these creatures actually were. Mm-hmm. And one thing I can say is if they still existed, life would suck really bad.
If dinosaurs existed?
Yeah, if there were still dinosaurs, it would just suck. You'd be like, every day you're going to work and you might get killed like by a dinosaur. That would blow. That would be so I'm glad that they don't exist is what I'm saying. And I don't mean that they never existed. I'm not a flat earther. I mean, I'm glad they're no longer living, because if they were still living, that would suck. It would be like Australia, but everywhere in the world.
I'm glad you brought up flat earthers, only because I was flipping through the internet earlier today and I found a phenomenal video where they said that there's proof that humans have been colonizing the dark side of the moon since the early 1960s, and they're in 1965, before anybody ever touched the moon, as far as we knew.
I thought the first moon landing was 64.
No, it's 1969 was when what's his name landed on the moon.
Yeah, he wasn't the first though.
Yeah, first person on the moon.
He was the first person to touch the moon. He wasn't the first person who went there though, was he?
Yeah. First person to physically touch the moon. Yeah.
Yeah, but people had been there before.
They had done flybys around. They had never actually landed. That was the first time somebody landed on the moon.
Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter. What did your
in this amazing video, they were showing that that there was like literally like cities lit up, like full lights. Looks like
I've seen those. Yeah.
This is the greatest video I've ever seen in my life.
There was a guy I worked with when I worked downstairs at Insight.
Yeah.
There was a guy who had a live video feed, and he believed it was true that this was an actual live camera on the moon that showed this city operating. And he believed it. He genuinely believed that this is the guy I told you about him, that he believed that like everything that was on YouTube was real to him. So I was going to make a series of videos about aliens coming to Vancouver, and I was going to put them on YouTube and make it like not obvious that it was me, right? I was just going to put them on YouTube and then somehow get his attention to them, but not making him think that they're my videos. Just these are just videos that are showing up on YouTube, like aliens are in Vancouver, and see just how fucking crazy I can make this dude. Because everything on YouTube is real to him. So yeah, I've seen the city on the moon. Now, how did they explain in this particular thing you saw that the temperature on the dark side of the moon is like minus 300 or something stupid?
Well, it's because it's completely interior. Like it's all.
Oh, it's like a bubble. Like a biodome.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like the size of cities, though. Like it's big.
Oh, yeah. The one I saw was big, too. It wasn't in a dome, though, I don't think. Or maybe you just couldn't see the dome on camera. That was probably it.
I just couldn't stop. Couldn't stop.
It's got to be a giant hoax. I'm entering 2020 of the mindset that it's a giant hoax. Nobody can actually believe this crap.
What's the hoax?
The whole flat Earth theory. It's just people taking a piss. They don't actually believe it. They can't. Nobody can be that stupid.
Here's what I think. I think that I think the people who perpetuate it are doing it because it's a lark and it's funny. But I think that there are a tremendous amount of people who actually do believe it.
I don't think there are. And I think if there are...
We know there's people dumb enough, plenty of them out there that would believe this.
It's just too ridiculous. I think if they're those people, you should be allowed to kick them. I think that should be a law. You're allowed to kick a real, genuine flat earther. Absolutely. Just like every time you see them, you're allowed to kick them. That should be
I'm fine
the rule. Instituting. I'm also, as I lead up to my 2021 run for mayor and ultimately prime minister, one thing on a serious note, I am instituting eye for an eye rule applies to animal cruelty. Whatever you do to an animal and you're caught and convicted of animal cruelty, that is your punishment. Whatever you did to that animal.
I'm for that. I agree to that.
I am instituting this. And the sentences for murder are going to go way up, and they're going to be higher than the animal cruelty because they're about on par right now. And sorry, no, humans are better. If you kill a human, you're going to do some serious time.
I'm fine with that. I'm good with that.
There's no more not criminally responsible for murder. If it's murder, you're fucking responsible. That's just it. I don't care. He's not criminally responsible. I'm taking a point of view that someone. It's not my original thought, but I will adopt it as my own. If you are found to not be mentally responsible for your murder, then you're no longer human. You're not capable of the thought process that made you know that murder was wrong. Then you're not a human, and you can be killed. You can be just put to sleep immediately. If you're not mentally capable of understanding that, then you're not mentally capable of living. In my mind, that's my new thing. You die, and we put you. You don't get to go sit on death row for 20 years. You're just out. There's going to be like a gas chamber, right? It's going to be the witness box. Like the defendant's box will also be a gas chamber. So as soon as that decision's made, it's just one button. Psh, next.
I'm good for that.
A gas chamber with a trapdoor. So it's going to be that quick. Psh, next.
Next.
Much more efficient.
I am more than fine with that.
Flat earthers, they're I'm not going to gas them, but they need some sort of re-education. Something. They got to go.
Well, hang on. Let's not be hasty. Let's not take that gassing thing off the table here.
Well, I don't think you should be killed for being stupid.
Again, think about how the animal kingdom works, and they've been thriving pretty well.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
They'll make the weakest.
If you're like, you shave your whole face and lick pizza stupid, then yeah, those guys. If there's a good chance you might swallow your tongue through the course of the day, then sure. But just regular dumb. I think just go back to school. I think because I'm going to completely reinvent the school system too. That's going to be a lot of changes in there, beginning with dinosaurs are reptiles. That means birds are reptiles. That means everything is reptiles. No, that's flat earther thinking there. Are birds reptiles? Yeah, in a way, everything is reptiles. No, that's ask a real biologist. Find that site. Because that's just a weird backwards thing of explaining things.
Since we're on the topic, I do have a very quick question, Eric. I'd like to see if you know the answer to this one. Why is it whenever there are... I'm not going to let you finish that statement. Why is it whenever there are... shows the images of people on the moon taking pictures of like the background or Earth or whatever else, why are there never stars in the picture?
Because it's just the direction they're facing, isn't it? They're not reflecting.
It can't be the direction.
Like they're just where you are on the moon. You can't see the reflections from the sun. I assumed.
You're pretty close. I do have the answer from you. I'd just be interested to see what you would say about that.
Stars don't give off their own light. Stars are all dead.
Well, we see the existing light.
Yeah.
The remnants of the light. But basically what it is that all crewed landings happen during the lunar daytime. Which therefore means that the sun is shining so brightly on the surface that eliminates that. If they were on the dark side of the moon, you would see the night sky light up.
That's what I meant. It's like their position. It's where they're looking from. That's sort of what I meant. Okay. I just said it badly. But yeah, it's. I didn't realize it's because it's the daytime, but that makes sense. Yeah. And that's where you're gonna land because it's 200 fucking degrees in the negative. I forget what it is, but it's fucking cold.
It's very, very cold. Very cold.
I would want to live there.
I always like the idea of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where they say that if you actually get lost in space, you can hold your breath, and for 5 seconds,
yeah,
you'll be perfectly fine. After that, you're dead. But
it's I wrote that. I know I keep going back to it, but my short story that's being published by Amazon this year. There's a part in that where the main character sees a fridge magnet that says "Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you're still amongst the stars." And I tore that apart. That it's a stupid statement. Number one, most stars are the moon's already closer than most stars, so that's a stupid statement.
It's not closer than most stars. It's closer than every star.
Yeah, right. So if you miss, you might be among the stars. No, that's ridiculous. If you completely deny science altogether and shoot for the moon and miss, best case scenario, you fall back to Earth and burn up, re-entering into the orbit. Worst case scenario, you just float around space until you suffocate and die. There's no good ending to it. It's a stupid fridge magnet. It's a horrible idea.
It's very that's not a.
Earth's already a star, so we're already on one.
No, Earth is not a star. Earth is a planet. The sun is a star.
We're already on one. Stupid statement. We're more among the stars now than we ever will be if we shoot ourselves into space. It was dumb. Yeah, he has a big fight with his psychologist about that.
Oh, there's a reason why one of them's a psychologist and he is not.
There's also a part in the book where he's walking and he actually sees a chicken crossing the road. And he's trying to explain to his psychiatrist and she doesn't get it. He's like, "No, I literally saw a chicken cross the road today." And she's like, "Well, did he talk to you?" And he's like, "No, it's a fucking chicken, but he was crossing the road. Why do you not get this?"
Did you stop and ask a chicken why?
Well, of course not. It's a fucking chicken.
Exactly.
That's funny. It's a good story. Most morbid thing ever written, according to the UBC Museum of Anthropology. And that's funny. Like, I tell the funny parts of it. Then most morbid story ever written, according to the UBC Museum of Anthropology. So that's cool.
I've never understood why there's an argument of what came first, the egg or the chicken. I've always wondered the argument. It just doesn't make sense to me. There should be no argument.
We did an episode about that.
Yes, we did. And I still stand by my statement. The egg had to have come first.
No, not necessarily.
Absolutely. 100%. No. There's no argument around it.
Maybe the firstborn chicken was not egg-born.
And it wasn't a chicken yet. It was a hybrid style. It was something else that wasn't of the chicken that we have, as far as we know it. In order for it to be a chicken.
It was obviously a reptile at one point.
Right. See? And it wasn't a chicken until it came out of the egg.
Well, then a bird's not a bird.
Because think about it. Even if the chicken was first, the chicken still had to be born. A chicken can't come from something else and then just the very, very next generation come from an egg. It has to come from a line of eggs in order for it to come from that.
It could just be a weird mutation.
No.
No, I'm just fucking...
Not on one level.
What was I thinking there? Oh, hey, neat. I'm just looking at a core response. No, yeah, well... That would mean that all egg-born thing, that you could apply that argument to everything, right? Because a lot of things come from eggs.
Yeah, you absolutely can. And then it would be absolutely right.
The egg would have had to have developed
That would be like saying what came first, the human or the baby. I mean, like, come on, it all came from a birth. It had to be the baby had to come first.
Well,
birth had to happen.
It'd be the human or the womb.
Right. And in order for it to be human, the womb would have to be created first. Which is why the egg was first, which is why the womb is first. See? You can't argue it.
Oh no, you can't. I'm trying to think of an argument that I can think of one that'll confuse the shit out of you. It won't be true by any means, but it'll confuse enough people to believe it.
Yeah. Aliens, but come on, give me a break.
Earlier classification systems differentiated animals by how they looked. So scaly, cold-blooded animals got put into one category, and feathery, warm-blooded animals got put into another. But today we classify animals by how they're related to each other, not just by how they look. And the warm-blooded versus cold-blooded thing isn't that important after all. We just found a fully warm-blooded fish.
Oh, really?
There are serious differences between reptiles and birds, differentiated teeth versus non-differentiated teeth. It's very consistent. You must first provide a definition for reptile because it's a very troublesome word. In traditional meaning, corresponds to a polyphyletic group or a paraphyletic one. Both are unnatural and undesirable, which is why the traditional treatment of aves as a class separate from reptilia is not a thing anymore. Serpents, snakes, worms. A long time back when sharks existed but trees did not, and fungus could grow as tall as a building, reptiles started to roam the earth.
Reptiles roamed the earth before trees existed?
Sharks existed, but trees did not. Synapsids and diapsids. Synapsids became proto-mammals and eventually modern mammals. Diapsids became reptiles, snakes, lizards, turtles. A branch broke off called avian dinosaurs, or as we know them today, birds. Birds are not just reptiles. They're more closely related to dinosaurs than crocodiles and snakes. Weird.
Yep.
If birds are technically reptiles, would mammals be too? According to some senses, yes. But this is because taxonomy is in a state of flux, and the system haven't got the names sorted out yet. Birds
so
are dinosaurs.
Proven otherwise.
Birds are dinosaurs, and dinosaurs are a branch of reptiles. So if you draw the line to where the first reptile evolved, dinosaurs, including birds, are part of that. But all species descended from that first reptile. So people were also reptiles in the same way everything was. So, yeah, no.
So, I've been dying to tell you this little bit of news, Eric. Just because I love it. I think it's very, very humorous. I mean, sure, I guess it's sad, but it's just more fucking funny than sad to me because I'm sick. A 38-year-old Ohio man was arrested for ringing in the new year by firing bullets that ended up killing his girlfriend.
Of course. Yay for no gun control.
His actual quote was, "Look, we were just popping off a couple of rounds."
Yeah. It's always the way. We're just popping off a couple of rounds. Do it all the time. Yeah, like people in Mexico die every time they do a fucking parade and they're all shooting their guns up the air. Where do you think those bullets come? Back down, morons.
Yeah, this guy legit killed his fucking girlfriend by accident.
Really? Did he?
Well,
was it an accident, or is that just a very convenient Cover up. Oh, no, it's an accident. We're just firing up a couple rounds. Dude, did you just shoot your girlfriend?
Hang on. To go on.
I swear, we're shooting together.
To continue with the amazing quotes by police. Stevens was charged with reckless homicide, and police believe he may have been under the influence of alcohol.
Oh, you think? That's another one of the. That's some super detective work. Was this Harris County by any chance?
No.
Iowa.
No, it was Iowa.
Just a crack team of investigators there. Oh, there might have been alcohol involved. Really? Him and his girlfriend just decided to do some friendly gunplay at night. Yeah, alcohol's always involved. No sober person ever says, "Hey, let's grab the guns and play."
Yeah. So yeah, his girlfriend Miranda is dead.
Did you hear about that massive gunfight? I forget where it was now. It was on New Year's Eve. No, it wasn't New Year's Eve. It was a couple days before that. I think it may like around Boxing Day or whatever. There's a massive gunfight going on, and the police invaded and broke up. And it was all dudes with Nerf guns.
Oh, no way, really?
It was all grown men shooting each other with their kids' Nerf guns, having just a big gunfight out in the street.
Oh, that's spectacular.
And they showed them. There's some sick-looking guns. I kind of want to play. They look like a lot of fun now. They're not the crappy Nerf shit we had. These are, like, cool with, like, projectiles and stuff.
I just think that's the thing, though. I think that when you take a toy like a Nerf gun, under no circumstances should a Nerf gun ever look like a real gun.
Oh, these didn't. They were, like, bright orange.
Okay. Oh, okay.
They're bright orange, and they're shooting bright orange arrows. And they're shaped weird. Like, Nerf guns are traditionally always shaped funny. They don't actually look like a gun. And these didn't. If you saw the article, they're stupid looking. Police just took a call and assume it's America, so they assume. It's a fair assumption that it's a bunch of guys having a gunfight. Like, look at these fucking guys get drunk and let's play with the guns, shoot up their girlfriend.
Let's play with the guns.
We need gun control. When that's a guy who shouldn't own a gun. If it was an accident, I don't buy it's an accident. You don't accidentally break out the guns, like suggest that, and then accidentally shoot your girlfriend. No, I think that's a little too convenient. I think him and the missus, he found himself an easy.
He was probably mad at him because he pulled out the gun to begin with, and he's like, "Bitch, shut up."
Or it's like, it's fine. Look, I can point it right at you, and nothing will happen.
Bang.
Whoops. I don't know, something's wrong with this gun. He'd probably sue Walmart now for a defective gun and walk away with $1 million. I don't know what's wrong with this gun. I just pointed at her and shot her in the face. That normally doesn't happen. Usually, most of the time. All the other times we played guns, I didn't shoot her in the face.
Oh, I have a few things to cover here because I got some shock things that we should talk about. One, this is pissing me off. I can't seem to reload my page, but love this. Man and goat get taken on terrifying 3-state drive.
Yeah.
Literally what happened was some dude, there's 2 guys and a goat.
Right there.
Right there is
a good story.
Yeah. They pulled into a gas station or some shit, or into a mall or something. And the one guy, the driver had gotten out to go and grab some food, and the dude had fallen asleep, or was asleep in the car with the goat. And some random dickhead goes by and steals it. And when the guy wakes up, the guy driving had a gun pulled onto his face.
Right.
Pistol whipped him. Yeah, like it was a whole big thing. They drove through over 100 miles in 3 different states. And eventually they dropped him and the goat off. He let them off. And a guy called 911, and then they caught the guy right after.
I feel like I need a goat. I think when I get out of here, I'm going to seriously look into getting a pet goat. Just because, like, every good story is like, okay, there was a dude and a goat. Two guys and a goat. Like those stories are always awesome. There's never a bad story with a goat. I want to get a. That's going to be we're going to get the official Eric and Gord goat. and me when I'm on my own, it's going to be Eric and goat.
Eric and goat.
I think it would just be cool. Like just be like walking. What are you doing? I'm just walking the goat. Just chicks would love it too. You get one of those little baby ones that fall down.
Girls would love that shit.
Chicks would go nuts if you had a little goat.
Especially if you named him Billy.
Yeah. No.
I mean, it's too obvious, but chicks would love that shit.
I'd go something like
Henry.
Something. I love
William. Call him William.
I always wanted a basset hound named Eddie. I love dogs with human names. I think it's the coolest shit. If you give your dog a human name, that's always awesome. I love like, hey, what's your dog's name? You're just like Paul. That's always good. The only thing I like better than that was Christian Slater's answer in Untamed Hearts when she goes, "Oh, your dog's so cute. What's his name?" And he goes, "I don't know. He never told me."
That's genius.
Good answer. But other than that, give your dog a human name. If you want my love, if you want me to, like, there was a dog here last night. His name was Tucker. Little half bulldog, half something. He was cute as a button. And just loving everybody. And I just like Tucker. I thought that was a good name for a dog. It's cute. And then when he gets tired, he's all tuckered out. She had never thought of that. Had this dog for like 5 years. Never thought that when he's tired, he's tuckered out. Come on.
Tuckered out.
Yeah, that was the greatest thing ever. I'm like, oh, he's going to get all tuckered out. She looked at me. She's like, oh, that's because that's his name. Like, yeah, he's your dog, you weirdo. How do you not? I don't know. But I'm getting a goat. That's the point. We're getting a goat. The official. Anybody out there in North America who happens to have a goat that they want to get rid of it as cheap price, Eric at ericandgord.com, Gord at ericandgord.com, or Eric at wearerightdealwithit.com, or you can email me personally directly at thesuperdouchecanoe@gmail.com. And if you've got a goat that you want to sell, Super Douche Canoe. And I'll give him a good name. I'll give him a good human name. I don't know what yet. I'm still thinking of like what would be the ultimate goat name. I'll come up with the ultimate goat name for the Eric and Gord goat. By the end of this episode, I'll have it.
That's going to be great.
That's what I'm going to be working. What else? I got one that I don't know if I care about at all. It's not really exciting, but Italian drunk driver killed 8 people and injured 11.
Yeah, it's trying to click on that. My computer's frozen now.
Pretty impressive. They were all German. German tourist in this small town in India. 27-year-old man. He's being charged with homicide. Gilbert Gottfried. That would be a good one.
That's a great one. Sounds like him. That makes sense.
27-year-old Italian man failed a breathalyzer. Now being charged with homicide, but took out 19 people.
Fuck.
That's pretty. That's some, like, we are amateurs over here. No drunk driver ever takes out 19 people here. We gotta work on our game a little bit.
I fully agree.
Because that's some good driving. What are you gonna say?
Oh, I'm so disappointed. My computer froze up. Fuck. A woman. I wish I could say what state it was in, but in the States, there's a woman that is being charged with a hate crime, and justifiably so. What had happened was a 22-year-old woman had crossed paths with a 24-year-old woman who is wearing a hijab.
Mm-hmm.
And this white woman had, I think she was a white woman anyways, had ripped the hijab off of her head, yelled and screamed at her, tried to wrapped it around her neck and tried to strangle her with it. When that didn't work, the woman basically took off most of her clothes and rubbed the hijab all over her naked tits and vagina, and then stuffed it in the woman's face. Probably one of the most insane hate crimes I've probably come across almost ever. Like, that's just insane. The woman is officially charged. This happened in December, I believe it was. The woman is fully charged and everything else, and she's sort of come forward. Of course, she comes out apologizing, but with a reason, saying that she had been,
they always have a reason.
Yeah, I had been drinking, so that was her excuse for why she did it. I'm not a racist person. I just did something stupid when I was drunk. No, you didn't. No.
No.
That's not the way that works.
We was just gonna play with the guns.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just, oh my God.
Insane, right? Like, isn't that just the craziest shit ever?
Yeah, you're already really racist if you get drunk and do something like that. Nobody gets drunk and becomes racist.
Exactly. That's not the way it works.
That was in you, and you just were brave enough to be yourself for a minute because you were drunk. That just pisses me off. I'm getting sick of these random racist things. It's really starting to get annoying.
Yeah, that one was a big one. I was just floored when I was reading about that. I just couldn't believe it. Like, wow, like this is insane.
What about Goat and Ramsey? That's pretty good.
Goat and Ramsey's not bad. Goat and Lightfoot?
Goat and Lightfoot. I like that even better, actually.
It's not bad.
Just naming my goat, man. Just trying to name my goat. Anybody got good goat names out there? Okay, that's the other thing. If you have a goat you're looking to get rid of, I'm your man. Please send me your goat. But humanely and nicely. Like, I don't want to hurt the goat. I love the goat. And also, if you have any good goat names, that's the new email competition. You get $25 if you got a good name for a goat. Email me a good goat name. Eric at ericgord.com, Gord at ericgord.com, the superdouchecanoe@gmail.com. Email me a good name for a goat, and I'll send you $25.
There you go. That's a good deal.
And if you're a dick, you still only get 10, even if you have a good name for a goat. Holy crap, is Gabrielle Union hot?
Who?
Gabrielle Union. She's just a crazy hot actress. She's in like all those cheerleading movies.
Oh, did you hear?
Hang
on a second. I gotta open this thing up. Did you hear about Rose McGowan?
It works. Did I hear about Rose McGowan? What? That she's ugly and annoying? Yeah, I hear it all the time.
No, she put out a tweet.
God.
I'm just gonna directly read it to you because it's fucking funny as shit. Now, keep in mind, this is a woman who's got a very sick sense of humor, as it is anyway. But
yeah, her whole career's been a sick joke.
I fully agree. But basically, what she said was, "Come on, you fucking computer, open up." Here we go.
That's not what she said, I'm assuming.
No, she said that she is apologizing on behalf of the U.S. to Iran for disrespecting their flag and people in the wake of the airstrike that killed the country's top general, and that she is not anti-American. I do not support Iran over America. I want America to do better. So her actual tweet says, "Dear Iran, the USA has disrespected your country, your flag, and your people. 52% of us humbly apologize. We want peace with your nation. We are being held hostage by a terrorist regime We do not know how to escape. Please do not kill us.
Huh.
As soon as I saw we are being held hostage by a terrorist regime, we do not know how to escape. That was the greatest thing I'd ever seen in my life. That's when you know what she's saying is a flag. Because come on, you don't know how to escape. Trump will pay for your airline to get you to leave the country if you don't like him. I mean, come on. So she's under fire.
Well, I think. Hey, what about Vincent Van Gogh? I like that.
It's already been used.
Vincent Van Gogh's been used?
Yeah, it's already been used.
Damn it. I like that one. Well, Rose McGowan, I think, should always be under fire. She was the part of Charmed that sucked.
Yes.
I actually liked that show until Rose McGowan was on it. She's just always annoyed the shit out of me. I think she does things just to be annoying. Like, she would tweet something like that just for attention, obviously. No one's that stupid.
Because she even said that the next morning she was on the bathroom and she looked at Twitter and saw how people brought up, and she just sort of read her post and she's like, oh, okay. Maybe that wasn't quite as tongue-in-cheek as I thought.
No, of course it wasn't. She just thought she'd fucking, like, stir the pot a little bit. Because that's what you do when no one's talking about you and you don't have anything of value. Then you put out something like that. Oh, we're sorry we bombed Iran. We're sorry about your flag. And then people go, oh, how could you say that? You're so anti-American.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Trump didn't, with all Trump's fucking tweeting. I'm surprised he didn't catch that and totally tear a new one.
I think that even Trump couldn't even care less about the statement. That's how bad it was. That's how useless she is. Even Trump didn't care.
Yeah, well, she, like, really, who the fuck is Rose McGowan? She came out of nowhere because she was fucking Marilyn Manson's girlfriend for a bit.
Well, she was a top pinup style model
for
before
what?
For a pinup model. She was a pinup model, and she did burlesque. She was big on the burlesque industry.
Oh,
it was a very niche thing. She didn't get known until Marilyn Manson started fucking her.
I would want her only to be a pinup model if she was advertising light bulbs that don't work very well and burn out very quickly, and then you don't have to see the fucking pinup calendar.
I was never a huge fan of her, but I have to admit her pinup pictures are pretty fucking hot.
I would like Rose McGowan to go to Iowa and play with guns.
Only with that guy. Yeah. So there. Oh, by the way, that woman, the racist woman, by the way, with the hijab thing. She also, for her one thing, I forgot to say this one. In her interview, she told KPTV that she wasn't trying to hurt the student.
No, of course not.
Had been drinking too much and is being treated for a mental health condition.
Oh yeah, they always have a mental health condition.
There's the cover up.
You know what?
Up right there.
I have a mental health condition. I'm not an asshole to other races. I'm kind of an asshole. Goes without saying, but
you're not. You're an equal opportunity asshole.
I am an equal opportunity asshole.
Yeah.
And I just, well, I am very, very racist. I don't care much for white people. I will admit it. But this racist thing is happening too much now. Fuck Rose McGowan. I don't give a shit. Go fuck yourself, Rose McGowan. That's gonna be my. That's gonna be my new Gmail tomorrow. You want to send me a goat? My new Gmail is go fuck yourself, Rose McGowan at gmail.com. I'll set it up right now. They won't let that on. It'll have to be Outlook. Outlook allows the F word.
There we go.
Gmail doesn't. This racist shit, it's happening too much now. It was funny for a couple of stories. Go back to your country. It's kind of funny once in a while, but beating a chick up and fucking desecrating her hijab, that's not cool.
And this woman, by the way, was a fucking exchange student.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, it just gets worse.
Where is she from?
Iran.
Oh, no, I thought you meant the racist woman was an exchange
No,
student.
no. The Muslim student, the Muslim woman was an foreign exchange student from Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay, so it's not like she's used to being treated bad or anything.
No, but she now says that she wears a hat to cover her head because she doesn't feel safe wearing a hijab in public.
Well, that's stupid, and that should not be. The hijab is, despite popular belief, the hijab is by choice. Most 90% of women wear them by choice. It's a comfort thing. It's the way they're raised, so they do it because they like it. They know they don't have to do it here. It's just what they're used to. And the fact that she can't be comfortable doing the thing that she's used to because of this racist bitch bugs the shit out of me. I think it's just I hate the argument about the hijab. Now, can you wear a mask in the bank? No. The hijab's not the mask, right? The burqa is the mask, or am I backwards on that?
No, that's right. You're right. The burqa is the full face coverage.
And the hijab is just the head covering.
The headscarf, yeah.
Yeah. Should you be allowed to wear a burqa in a bank? No.
No.
Because it could be me. You don't know.
Right.
So I get that. Take the burqa off.
And you also should not be able to wear a burqa for your driver's license.
No, of course not. That's stupid. What the fuck is the point of the picture if you've got your face covered?
Yeah.
And by the way, if you are allowed to do that, I'm doing that. Absolutely, 100%. I identify as a Saudi woman so that I can wear my burqa in my driver's license. Of course I'm going to do that.
Yep.
And contact lenses and dye my hair so that my driver's license looks absolutely nothing like me and is a completely useless identifying document. Which, by the way, was the point of putting your gender on your fucking driver's license. This X bullshit. What the fuck? It's an identifying document. That's the whole point. You put your gender and your fucking picture on it. What the fuck is this bullshit?
Yep.
Sorry, but if you can just identify as whatever you want, then we might as well eliminate ID altogether.
Yep.
Because I can just say, no, I no longer identify as that guy. The guy on my ID.
That's not who I am now.
Is she Mac Gowan or Mick Gowan?
Who?
Rose McGowan.
Mick. I think it's MC.
MC? All right, let's see if this name is taken. Oh, no, it's not available. Go fuck yourself, Rose McGowan is not available. At Outlook.com.
Oh, that's so good. I have some good news.
Does it involve goats?
No, but it involves Tampa, Florida.
Oh, we might be going there.
Oh, nice. Carry on. Okay. A man shot two teenagers, one of them fatally, when the pair of teenagers broke into a Florida home through the back patio and tried to rob the man and his fiancée at gunpoint. Guy pulled out his gun and shot the two of them. Killed one. That makes me happy.
Still, I don't know.
If somebody breaks into your house and tries to rob you, I firmly believe you have every right to defend yourself and your home.
Yeah, but once they're dead, we have no way of knowing if they were breaking in to rob him, if they were breaking in to use his phone, if they're breaking in to save him from having a heart attack. We have no idea because he killed them.
They were armed.
Everyone in the States is armed. Listen to the stories you're reading.
Two teenagers broke into their home through the back patio door and tried to rob him. One survived, one's dead.
I can only go with Rose McGowan is stupid. So my new email is rosemcgowan at outlook.com. That's all I can do right now. But no, we don't know. It's only according to him.
Oh, here we go. When authorities arrived, they found two other teenagers in a nearby car. They stopped that car and found that two inside were also likely involved in the incident.
Maybe.
So there's four of them total.
Okay, so that's good. We'll take the police's word because they don't just kill kids for no reason.
Yeah.
Every fucking day. I don't know. I don't think killing people is really the answer. If they broke in, we have no way of knowing what they were doing. Maybe they didn't even break into the home. Maybe he shot two kids and then staged a robbery. We have
in his own home?
Yeah. He just
with two kids out front
for fun.
waiting.
He was. We don't know that those other two kids were involved at all.
Please.
You're just reading shit off the internet and doing exactly what I tell people not to do on almost every episode of this show. Almost every single episode, I say, don't do this. Exactly what Gord is doing now. We have no idea what happened with these two kids. Maybe he's just out in his backyard. He likes shooting kids. He actually pegged two this time. Went, oh shit! And smashed his window and said, the fuckers were breaking in. This is the first time he finally got one. He didn't know what to do. He freaked out and faked a robbery. That's what I'd do.
Wait a minute. Something doesn't add up with this.
Of course it doesn't.
The man and his fiancée told deputies that the two young men broke through the screen of their back patio and entered the home through an unlocked door. Oh, so the screen door was locked, but the actual glass door wasn't.
Yeah, see, it's already falling apart. I've been questioning this for 5 seconds and it's already falling apart. Damn, I should have been a lawyer.
My parents have been telling me that for years.
I would have been a fantastic fucking lawyer, and I would have been a good defense lawyer too, because I don't give a fuck.
By the way, a guy was killed by a shark in Australia.
Okay, and in other news, water's wet and the sky is blue.
When I first saw the article, I said, this guy was driving. I'm like, how the hell did he get killed by a shark? But no, he was diving. So,
yeah, that's usually when they get you.
Yeah, because you look like a giant seal to them.
Yeah, that's what they say. Although, that bugs me a little bit too, because how the fuck do you know? It's not like they don't stop and ask the shark, hey, what did he look like? Oh, he looked like he was breaking in, so I shot him dead. Fucking, how do they know it? That's stupid. That's like, the bull sees red, so he charges. No, the bull's sick of the fucking matador. He doesn't know. You don't know if a bull sees red. That's fucking retarded. How many bulls have you asked? It's a stupid thing. The shark thinks you're a giant seal. What the fuck? Which shark told you that? Where's the shark psychology book where they interviewed a bunch? They did a case study and they followed some sharks around for 20 years and decided what they... Fuck off. I'm sorry. That's just stupid. Oh, yeah. Dinosaurs are lizards. Sharks think everything's seals. We don't know what sharks think. I don't think sharks think. Sharks just, they don't know thinking. They just swim and kill. That's all they do. They don't even sleep. They just swim and kill. That's all they know. How do we know that it's a seal? I didn't think it was a seal. I just thought it was something in front of me, so I bit it till it died. That's probably more what the shark is thinking.
I bit it tasted good, so I kept chewing.
I was trying to swim in a straight line, and this thing got in my face, so I bit it till it was dead so I could keep swimming. Did you think it was a seal? What the fuck do I know if it's a seal or not? I just swim and kill. That's what I do.
Swim and kill.
What was the shark feeling at the time? Stop looking so seal-like. Fuck off. I'm a seal. Shark doesn't know. Shark just bites till you're dead and then he moves on with his life. God damn it. People are stupid. Oh, these two little kids probably were breaking in. No. Old man just likes to shoot things. I thought they were seals. Looked like a couple of reptiles. I don't know. Everything's confusing now. I got a mental problem.
I don't know if they were reptiles or if they were birds. It's all the same thing now. I don't know. Everybody's got an identity complex.
You know what it's going to be for the next 2 months? I thought it was Iranian. He looked like he was from Iran.
I thought for sure.
I thought it's the name of their country. I thought he was going to get away. The country's called Iran. Well, he didn't run. He just fell when I shot him. I hate America. I hate America so much. Like, I can't wait to go to Florida this summer because I'm going to win this competition. Top 3 podcasts get to go to Iran. So I'm officially going to release just another day. The podcast that I've been officially releasing for about a year and a half now, and I never get around to doing it. I now have.
Can you enter in like more than one podcast?
No, you can only do one at a time. But this contest goes on like 3 or 4 times a year. But I could enter one, and you could enter one if you wanted to. We're not. I'm not putting us in the competition together. I'm just taking you to the podcast movement.
I just thought of what if we just took like 2, 3 of our episodes and just renamed them?
See,
That
was my initial thought, but I don't know. Like, I don't see anything that says it can't be pre-existing. You just have to follow the rules of this challenge, which I've already flaked on today because I was at the hospital, but I will make up for lost time tomorrow, and it's 28 days starting on January 3rd. So you'd have to wait till the next one. But winners of this one get to go to the podcast movement, which is like the biggest podcast expo, like biggest podcast convention in the world. I'm very much looking forward to attending one someday. But this is like the big one. This is like the Comic-Con of podcast conventions. We could go there and we could, we'd be put on the map for sure. Like, we have the quality product now. I just feel like we don't have the right advertisement. If we had an advertising budget, I think we would be number 3 in the world right now.
Oh.
I mean, in all honesty, if we had a couple $1,000s to advertise, we'd be number 3. I heard, actually, you know what I heard the other day? There was a commercial for a podcast on Global News.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like, you know how sometimes they do little ads before they go to commercial?
Yeah.
There'll be like a thing, and it was an ad for a podcast. And I was like, just advertise on TV just like any other show. That's a great idea. I don't know how much that costs. It's not in our budget currently, but we sell some T-shirts. It could be. This episode is stupid. We're just
I like this episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to mention right off the top something I should have said. We're just in time for Valentine's Day. We have 2 very fetching looking Eric and Gord What If We're Right official T-shirts. We have the classic white with the Fuck Eric and Gord logo. Which you can find on Facebook. It doesn't actually say that. It's expletive deleted, but very cool logo. And then we have the one which is our current show art, the artwork that goes hand in hand with the season 2 of the podcast. That shirt also available. They're all available in about 8 different colors. They're all available in 5 different sizes, and they are all available to you for the low price of $27. 100% real cotton, so you won't go to hell if you wear them.
Yeah, you will. But that's
no,
okay.
You go to hell if you mix fabrics. That's the thing. Like polyester. If you ever wear polyester, you're not allowed into heaven. You can't wear blended fabrics. You're not allowed in heaven. That's a rule. That's real.
Stupid.
Yes. Yeah. But my Eric and Gord, What If We're Right official T-shirts, 100% cotton, straight to heaven. If you buy one, $27. No going to hell in an Eric and Gord T-shirt. I can't do anything about your pants. Maybe next year. Right now, it's just the T-shirts. So don't wear polyester pants and wear the Eric and Gord T-shirt. That's your ticket. That's the golden ticket to Willy Wonka's Big Chocolate Factory up there.
I cannot wait to get this T-shirt. I am overtly excited. Oh my god, that's just freaky. Yeah.
You want the Fuck Eric and Gord T-shirt or the other one?
No, the fuck Eric and Gord t-shirt.
Yeah. It looks good in the white, just the white with the white logo. It looks really good.
Yeah, but I can't wear white, so.
Oh, what are you going with? I'll tell you your options. Go with the black.
I'm just gonna go for the black.
Or ash. You can get
You know what's
ash.
really weird? Okay,
Lots of
explain
stuff.
this one to me. Yeah, explain this one to me.
Rose McGowan's face.
No, I don't want that explained to me.
No, what's really weird. I was just going to give you a list of things that are really weird.
A month ago,
On screen.
on my mother's computer, okay, I ordered through Walmart this wall mount toothbrush thing for my bathroom. Okay?
Does it mount to the wall and then brush your teeth? Like you just hold your face up and it's mounted to the wall?
No,
Every story starts the same way. I'll just do a little bit till Sunday. And now I don't even know who I am. Not that I ever really did. Every story starts the same way. I'll just do a little bit till Sunday. And now I don't even know who I am. Not that I ever really did. Every story starts the same way.